Hey, Larry. He purrs while he eats. Hey, Brandon. Hey, Aurora. Well, come on out, Stella. Stella, you still got some little bits on your bowl here. Hey, Fern. This is so weird. Seems a little cloudy to me. Let me wipe the lens off, and that's a little better. Hey, Carmel. Let him finish before you come and get it. Yeah, I'm trying to untrain her from hiding in the cube all the time. It was kind of a necessity when Wilson was around. Okay. Hey, D Hutch.
So you sleeping in the bed today, Stella?
Are you done, Hank? Because she's about to eat it. Come here.
You sure you're done?
I guess so.
Okay, I think he's got enough food.
I almost begged for forgiveness for not doing this today, but figured I'd go ahead. Had to pick up Rusty's ashes. Fern says hello.
Hey, Fern.
Picked up Rusty's ashes from the vet's office today and took all I had not to break down in there. So to come home with that and then come in here with only 2 of these guys is it's a bit rough. He won't do that for me. You ought to feel special.
He won't sit or purr.
He'll purr, but he won't sit in my lap for very long. Tried yesterday.
For a few seconds.
I hope he is. He purrs like Lionel. He should be a lap cat like Lionel. When we first brought him here, he would sit in our lap a lot better than he did the more comfortable he got in here. Good catch. He's been making some flying leaps with the mice. And he's been playing fetch. He brought it back to me several times yesterday. You gonna bring it back? Let's try the Zelda trick on you. See if you do it. Pretty much. Oh, you know what we can do now? The feather. I think I want to put some dry food back in a plastic container because it's way easier to manage than getting that bag out every time.
Do you have any left over at work? So
Yeah, and there's 2 in there, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I was checking in on them periodically today, more than I usually did when they were all here together, just because I was curious as to how they would act. It's okay, Hank. You don't have to be afraid of the box.
I chewed up one thing, so there's one container without lid in there.
Yeah, when I got to work, I saw, who mentioned that. Was it Lynette that mentioned it this morning? Yeah, I think it was Lynette. Did you see him? He started panting.
No, he was chirping.
Oh. But yeah, I backed it up and I took a screenshot of it and I sent it to Melanie when they were both laying in the hammock over there. And they both laid in the bed over here today. What's the matter, Stella? You don't have to be afraid of it. Hank says he's afraid of it too for some reason. He was chirping at it and then he hid in the cave over there.
He doesn't like the jingle ball.
Just don't let me forget. Well, I shouldn't forget it's in my pocket. Hey, Kimberly. But yeah, we've got Rusty's ashes now, so we've got to get I think we're going to get a wooden urn with a little picture frame on it. I was telling Melanie when I got home, I looked up the, no, she hasn't. She hasn't been into the stick toy, period. The only toys that she really likes are those little foam soccer balls.
Yeah, she didn't play with anything except those occasionally.
But I wish I had been more prepared for Rusty's cremation because we could have ordered a package that came with the wooden box urn that had his paw print on it and a place for a picture, but we were so distraught when we left there we didn't really discuss any options other than just having him cremated. But we're going to buy a wooden box urn with a picture frame or a little slot for a picture on it. And he'll live on the nightstand, I guess. It's about a foot from where we slept all the time. It was okay. It's different to walk in here and not see them all and have Wilson talking as soon as you open the door.
I tried the world's longest meow every time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, meow.
Come on out. Hank, come out.
Come on, buddy, it's just you. No one else is here. No one else wants it.
Oh, you mean with Wilson and Zelda's adopters? Went very well. As expected, Wilson was too afraid to come out of his carrier, but we fully anticipated that. Zelda was take it and run. It's mine now. Zelda was nervous, but she did come out of the carrier and she explored some and
Hid behind the couch.
yeah, she got behind the couch and didn't want to come out for a little bit, but she eventually did. But they were super nice folks with a really sweet little girl, and I feel very good about where they are. That's the first in-home delivery we've ever had. The rest of them were just, well, Percy was adopted from PetSmart, and the others, they came and picked him up from the office. But yeah, super nice folks. I figure I'll give them a day or so and text and see how they're doing, unless she sends me a text message first. I'm just freaking Stella out with it. She says no thank you.
Oh, thank you. You decided you don't like the...
Yeah, Mr. Krabs, the other two were adopted yesterday. So it's just Stella and Hank. Sorry, I got the snots because of emotion.
He doesn't want it.
Well, you can put it away if he doesn't want it.
Juggle it all and drop it in there.
I guess we'll have to use the mice instead of the feather toy. Had it not been for Wilson's possessiveness with the feathers, I would have sent that home with him, but he gets so feisty about those feathers and he doesn't want to let it go. He might, because he grabbed it and ran in this cube a minute ago, so that might be his plan with it. Hanky. Sorry for all the sniffling, guys. I know that sounds awful, but kind of emotional afternoon today. And there he goes back in the cave again. And sorry for the lack of close-up in the close-up, because that's true. Pun intended. Normally when Hank would hide in the cave, I had two others to pan the camera to. Stella's got her eyes closed over there. She thinks when her eyes are closed, nobody can see her. Did he get you?
The one claw again, I guess.
Yeah, we need to catch him, and we trimmed his claws except for one. I guess we missed one. She says, "What is this? Why are you giving it to me?" Well, let's see if we can lure him out with a mouse. That'll bring you out, huh? Hey, Lynette. It's up there, Hank. It's in the little house. There you go. You gonna bring it back? Well, close. He would bring it and drop it maybe a foot or two from me last night. Hoping he'll keep improving with that. But not right now. He says, "I'm interested in something else." Hank. Are you gonna make me come to you? Please don't eat my glasses.
Creaky floor.
Uh-oh. That second one. There it is. There you go. Now you can't murder us anymore. Yeah, he's a velociraptor.
Probably even bleeding, just like punch me with it.
Yeah, you didn't bring him a treat for being good either.
Oh, God, it hurts like a bruise.
It's right there, Hank. It's right there. Cat outside, I guess. Outside the door. Is Tabby out? Oh, come on. You gotta be nice. You have to be nice. He wants to be your friend, Tabby. He's doing his best to be your friend, and you just want to smack him all the time. Well, they were slap fighting last night.
Here.
I don't know. And Stella still says no. You want to pick her up and put her in the window. gonna melt into the floor. Really gotta put her perch up. Remind me to plug my drill battery up to charge so I can do that. Well, I guess it'll be the Tabby show for a minute that Hank is going to hide in his cave again. Oh, I wouldn't do that. If you value your hands.
He's smelling. Lost his mind.
What are you doing, Tabby? Hey, Connie.
Yeah, I don't want to die today.
Well, maybe, well, I don't know. This is going to terrify Hank if you get the other thing back out. I guess it really will be the Tabby show.
About as graceful as Lionel. You're not as big though, you don't have that excuse. Yeah, sort of like Doc. No pogo hops. Oh, the twist. You keep falling down. I'm supposed to let you touch it?
Tabby is Clara's brother.
No.
You know, Clara was Doc's mom. So they come from the same gene pool. But Tabby and Clara, they ran around together when they were little. Yeah, Stella's got a pretty big dynasty. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 kids and 2 grandkids that are ours.
Just one kid left that it's not a...
She's up here in the window. She was down here on the floor all cowered down and acting afraid, so Melanie picked her up and put her in the window. And she's still acting afraid.
Cat. What kind of cat is afraid of feathers? You lived outside and you ate birds.
Yeah, there would be some gaps in there because there are other kittens that we never caught that I assume have since grown up, and if they survived, they're probably wandering the streets right now.
There's the black and white boots.
I don't know if he's related or not.
So that's the only way we've seen around outside lately.
Well,
Gray one.
in person anyway. I've seen other ones on the camera. The gray one, and there was that white one that was walking around that I showed you the other day on the side of the building that set the motion alert off on the camera.
Mean butt. You haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, Mean Butt may not be around anymore. Don't you like our names for the strays? Mean Butt and Bootsy, and
the censored version of his name.
of course Stumpy was a nickname, but it stuck.
Just like Tabby.
Yeah. No, Stumpy has always been Stumpy. Even before, I mean, when she was still just a kitten, before I even attempted to trap her, she was already Stumpy. I haven't heard today. I was going to give him another day or so unless she texts me first. I don't want to be the overbearing parent. But they were really nice folks. Those cats are going to be treated just fine. Oh, and Chester is going into... he's going to be fostered at somebody's house with the potential to adopt. They had adopted another kitten from Paws, and they wanted a friend for it. So Chester's going to go home with them, and if they get along and do well, Chester will have his home.
Those
Which
kittens were younger than our kittens. That was in November, right?
Yeah.
They're probably like, what, 2 months, 3 months in November?
Something like that. Which saves Chester from coming home to this madhouse with a billion other cats, because that's where he was headed.
It was not.
Still might be if Stella and Hank
Like
get
your
adopted soon, and
decision making here.
if Stella and Hank are adopted soon, and Chester doesn't work out at the other place, Chester may come on down here.
Gonna make you dizzy.
Yeah, well, I would ask for forgiveness and not permission, and she wouldn't say no once Chester got here. No, I went to see him. I had no idea he was going to be adopted. I went over there on my lunch break today, and I got a text message telling me that news right as I was pulling into PetSmart. And I said, well, I guess I'm glad I came today. But I took him out of the cage and held him, and he rubbed all over my face and was the sweet Chester that Chester always is. And Shadow was there, and he was in very good spirits today. He was sweet. He rubbed all over my face and sat in my lap for a while. And
He's so handsome.
yeah.
The color of mouse.
And poor Athena, she just can't get acclimated to PetSmart.
What's she look like?
She's like a, I don't know the proper term for the marking. She's kind of like Cheetah, though. A little darker, though, more gray.
So, sort of tabby-ish, but without the stripes.
Yeah.
Or with minimal stripes.
Yeah. No, Shadow couldn't come here because Shadow is he's a one-man show. He doesn't like other cats. As sweet as he is to people, he just doesn't get along with other cats. At least not adult cats. I don't know how he would do around a kitten, but he's not very fond of the adult cats that have been at PetSmart with him.
I thought you just liked Doc.
So we got our like Doc
Doppelganger.
Doc 1.0 and Doc 2.0.
It's like Doc. And where you out? Because you don't normally play like that with me out there.
Now if Hank will come out. Hanky.
Put this away so it's Doppelganger.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say that?
No. You did.
I said doppelganger. doppelganger.
Did you get too hot? Got too hot playing around? Well, going this way. Nobody wants to look at the back of your head. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's terrified of everything. Not as bad as Wilson, but he's still pretty nervous. But yeah, hopefully we can find a nice wooden urn and close that chapter and not have to get all emotional about it, but maybe one more time. Not going to forget it, but it will become easier to accept, I guess. Thank you. Oh, I missed your leap. But we'll try to find a way to... Yeah, if you want to... I think he's got to be closer to it. But no, we'll try to find a way to keep these more interesting now with fewer cats. And maybe these two guys will start to play together some. I'm hopeful they will. Good catch.
He doesn't want to do it right now.
Uh-oh. Don't. That was a bad throw on my part. Yeah, we haven't seen any slaps today.
Sneezing about.
He was sniffing the floor and probably got hair on his nose.
Oh.
No hissing.
I think he and Wilson are only the ones that slapped the most.
Well, they were slapping each other last night when I came in here. I'm not getting good angles of his jumps.
Right at you.
Ready? You ready? You ready? What are you doing?
Bacon.
You clean that plate. You don't have as many plates to clean anymore, huh? Like, where'd they all go? You used to have 3 of them. He did. He kind of surprised me. I had never seen him do that before. Not with the mice. He used to get all into the feather toy at the office, and did it go under the door? Yeah, it did. He would get all into that feather toy when he was still at the office and do some pretty good jumps, but now he just acts like he's scared of it all the time. You're faking me out. Did Zelda teach you that? You learn from the best, huh? But as we approach 30 minutes, I think we're going to wind it down, and I'm going to go eat some dinner, and I have to wash 1 load of clothes tonight. I don't know that I'll wash one more than 1, but I have to wash 1. Oh. So thank you guys, and we will, as I said, we will try to get more creative and figure out how to keep these interesting now that there's fewer cats.
And our house
Well,
is still a mess, so I can't do.
I hope you guys can still hear me because my video just froze. I guess that's as good a timing as any, though. So if you can hear me, we appreciate it. we will do it again tomorrow. As far as I know, time will be a little bit different because we have dinner tomorrow. So, thank you everybody. We appreciate it. And I hope you have a good night and see you tomorrow.